All right, how's everyone doing? I am Rich CELENZA. Thanks for checking out the Rich CELENZA show. So, what I'm going to talk about is what do you think you're going to look like in the future, physically? And the reason I bring this up is because I was doing a podcast with somebody, and I might have mentioned this in a previous podcast, but he helps people lose a lot of weight. And, they come in and they do their blood work and all these different things. It's very high level, and they go through the path that these people are on. So if they're obese or overweight, they will tell them, hey, the progression is going to end up most likely here. It could be you gaining this amount of weight. If you keep going the way you're going, you could end up with type 2 diabetes. You may end up obese or whatever. And I think they take into account, maybe how much they drink, how much they smoke, and all these different types of things. It's kind of like a forecast. Again, it's not perfect because every day anything can change for anyone. But, that's something he was discussing with me, which I found quite interesting because I always look at that as well throughout my life. My cousin used to say, take care of your body. I promise you in the future it's going to be worth it. And she was right. Even though I beat up my body and I've had weight fluctuating throughout my life, but starting in my 40s, I definitely started to pay more attention and lose weight and get to where I wanted to be because I knew the skin, if I was too big, would start to just look not what I want it to look like. And also sometimes when you go, I think, too long, let's say overweight, or you do certain things to your body for too long, sometimes there's no coming back. A lot of people I think they're going to, and I see this about my friends, they're a lot of guys in their 50s now, I think they think they're 30. Even people maybe in their 50s or 40s thinking they're still 20 or in their early 30s. You're not. Now, if you take care of yourself to a high level, sure, you're going to look a lot better and feel a lot better. But a lot of people, I think, are always going to go like back in time and get back to the shape they used to be or look the way they used to be. But they don't realize as time keeps going on, they're not. They're also physically, not going to be the same, especially, again, if they've lost weight. I think I might have previously mentioned this very quickly on a podcast before, I'm not sure, or one of my videos, but I had a talk with one of my dentist assistants, and she was talking about her age and that she keeps everything in great condition, but her body is having a hard time maintaining, what she once had, even though she really is into health and wellness. And that's somebody who's taking care of themselves. So if you're somebody out there who isn't taking care of yourself, the older you get, the harder it is to get back into shape, I believe, a lot of times. Now, you may be like, no, that's crazy. You could do it if you put your mind to it. Of course you can. But here's something I hear all the time, and what I talk about a lot is portion control, moderation and all this. And when I talk about that to a lot of people with my anti-aging stuff, they're like, yeah, Rich, all I got to do is, I get it, less food and I'll lose the weight, or, moderation, which, that's easy for me. And then I'm looking at them and a lot of them are 30, 40 pounds overweight. I'm like, if you had a handle on what you're saying, you wouldn't be in this situation. But then if I confront them, they'll be like, oh yeah, well, in the future, I'm going to do that, or I could get a hold of this, or I could do that. Most people are lying to themselves. A lot of people have to understand that as you are aging, right, you are deteriorating. I don't care what you tell me. You are breaking down. You're not going backwards. You may look great at your age and all these things, and you may be taking care of yourself incredibly. And I run into these guys. I run into guys in California who say they're going to live to 120 years, that are obsessed with health and wellness. Another one of my friends who's obsessed with it said he was going to live to 150 years. The anti-aging thing. And God bless you. I want everyone to take care of themselves. But there's a lot of people out there that I think they're going to live a lot longer than they probably are. Or they may live long to a certain degree, especially with the medical and all the things going on. But what type of life are they going to have? So yeah, they're going to keep you alive. But if you're 40, 50 pounds overweight by the time you hit 75, 80 years old, your lower back's shot, your knees are shot, your hips are shot. Just saying. And you can't even go up a flight of stairs. What is your quality of life? So I just really wanted to do a podcast on it. Start looking at, I don't care if you're 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70. I don't care. Look ahead. What do you think you're truly going to look like, or what type of shape you're going to be in? And don't bullshit yourself. I'm telling you, that's what most people do. They're like, you know what? Now that I think about it, in a few years, I'll probably start dieting, and I'm overweight now, 20 pounds, but probably in the next year or two, I'll get down to this and get down to this. Most people I see, they actually gain weight. They're not losing weight. They're getting more out of shape, not more, not in better shape, I should say. Take an honest approach on that. And I'm not here to tell everybody or anybody that you have to go out and become a health nut or lose tons of weight or any of this. That's a part of what I'm teaching now with my anti-aging is taking an honest approach, doing things very slowly, but don't lie to yourself. All right. And don't be shocked if you are extremely overweight right now and you start leaning into obesity, like I said even earlier, and that's what he was discussing, you having type 2 diabetes. Or if you are somebody who's really, if you had kids later in life, do you really want to be there when they graduate? Do you want to be there when they go to college maybe? Or whatever, you want to see your grandkids? Because a lot of people, I think they're going to live forever. But they're really out of shape, even in their 40s and 50s. And I hear a lot of people passing away lately, even friends of mine that are having illnesses and things that are in their 50s and 60s. So don't think you're going to be around forever, because you are not. All right? And again, that doesn't mean if you take care of yourself incredibly, you can't go out and something catastrophic can't happen and you could lose your life that way. But I definitely think people need to start looking to the future and say, where am I going to be in 5 years, 10 years, 20 years? What type of condition do I want to be in? And start going after it. Anyways, got any questions or comments, please hit me up. I'm at richcelenza.com. And like I said, I'm doing some different things. I usually do a lot of things with helping men with their confidence, along with many other things with relationships, and also doing stuff on my podcast, having different guests now. I'm back to doing that a little bit, but I'm also taking on the anti-aging, which I love to do. It's just perfectly fit for me. So if you have any questions regarding that, or you think I could help you, please hit me up. Or if you agree or disagree, anything, I love it all. All right? Take care, and I wish you nothing but the best.